Hello everyone, and again in this video series we're going to discuss some of the basic ways that you can make easy videos for your students. These can be videos for content knowledge, these can be videos to go over an assignment, videos for directions, also videos just for feedback on a particular sort of assignment. So even as you assess your students, you can use video to give them real authentic feedback as well. Now, one of the first places to begin, and where I think the easiest places to begin, is with screencasting. Screencasting is what I'm showing you right now. This is my Schoology page, and I am making a video of my screen. That's all I'm doing. I'm recording the screen. I'm recording my voice. I can also add it in a webcam. You can actually see me as well if you wanted to. And that is the easiest way to actually make a video. Okay. Now, a popular one that I've been using for years, I think is absolutely awesome, and one that we now have full access to here is an app called Screencastify. Okay, so we're going to go to Screencastify. Okay, just go to your Google search. There it is, and this is an extension that you must add to Chrome. Okay, so you can only use it in Chrome. Mine's already installed. You install this extension and make sure you sign in with your Clarence account because we have the full version of Screencastify, okay, which is really awesome. So once you install Screencastify on your PC or your laptop or your Chromebook, you'll see this extension appear right here. It looks like a little arrow, and you open that up, and then you can configure it. Now, again, throughout this whole video series, I'm going to share links with you in the discussion of much more detailed screencasts on how to use these tools. This is just the sort of here's what's out there sort of video, and I'll give you a lot of other additional resources for you to really do more of a, I guess, a deeper dive into this. So, but real quick, you can record your desktop, you can record your webcam only, okay, so you just want to see your face only, or you can put your webcam in the screen, so part of it's at the bottom while the rest of it's being shown, so students can see you as well at the exact same time. And there's a lot of options here, and you can go to My Recordings, and it will save all your recordings for you. You can kind of organize them and so forth. So that's kind of the easiest way to do this, and there's all your recordings and so forth. Okay, so how do I do this? So you can set up little hotkeys. Like I have one that's just like Alt R and it's recorded, it opens up. But all you do is open up the extension and you just hit the record button after you establish what you want to do. There's even some drawing tools and so forth like this. So you can record your entire screen or just a certain window, and you press share. And you can minimize this. You got some drawing tools down here that you can play around with, and I go into this in more detail. And now I'm recording my screen. So say this was a direction sheet for week 7 and 8. I can kind of now go over all the expectations with my students of what is for the week, the agenda, the assignments. I could do a screencast of a slideshow if I really want to give them direct content. I can go over a student's work and give them feedback, just really authentic way. So that is Screencastify. So all I'm done, I press stop sharing, which is really nice and easy. And here comes the video. So you can edit, you can trim the video up a little bit. There is a video editor, which we go into in more detail. You can rename your screencast, and then you can get a link. And this is what's nice about Screencastify. It's really easy because you can get a link quickly to share it with others. Okay, so there's more options. You can kind of make it private, whoever you want to. Go right to your Google Drive, or you can share it to YouTube and other places, or download it yourself. So the best way is just get a shareable link right to your Google Drive, and then you just copy that link and paste it to whoever you want to see your video. Okay, so that's kind of the easiest way to do this. This is called Screencastify. Another really popular and easy screencasting tool, again for your Mac, laptop, PC, even your Chromebook, is a tool called Screencast-O-Matic. Okay, there it is, Screencast-O-Matic. So again, if you're doing a Google search, you would just type in Screencast-O-Matic. There it is. This one's a little bit different. It's a download, and you got to decide which device you're using, a Chromebook or a PC or a laptop, whatever you're using. There's a free recorder. There is an option for an upgrade that has more bells and whistles. This is the education pricing and so forth. Pricing for individuals. But there is a lot of free versions too, which is really nice. So, but you get a lot of really great aspects here. You could decide which one you want to go with. It has a little more bells and whistles once you install it. Here it is. The editor is much more robust in terms of adding music and adding video on top of other aspects and doing much more cutting. And here's the recorder. It's really easy. And what's nice about the recorder is you can also decide what area of your screen you want to do. So I can do a webcam, I can do both, I can do the screen, I can do no audio, or I can do yes and audio, time. I press record, and it usually lets me select which area I want. So I'm going to do a recording, and it's recording on my whole screen, but you can also record only part of the screen. So if you only want to do like just a little window box of your screen, you can also set that up, which is really kind of nicer than Screencastify. And then it's the same thing. You can do a slideshow, you can do directions, things of that nature. And then when you can pause it, there's a little just transparent pause right here. And then you just press done. And then you can edit the video or upload it the same way you did for Screencastify. And again, I have more videos on this that go much more detail of how to actually use this tool. But see how this is a much more robust editor. You can play with the music. You can add things to it, which is really kind of nice in that respect. There's a lot of tools here that you can use to kind of have some fun with that. Okay, so that is Screencast-O-Matic. Now, another great video making tool that kind of takes to the next level is another web-based tool called WeVideo. So we just go to WeVideo.com. There it is, WeVideo.com. And this brings you to a much different experience. Okay, so we talked about screencasting so far, and this tool can definitely make a screencast, but also has a much more robust editor in terms of, adding text and images to a video you already made, putting in music and intros, and really making a really nice finished piece, whether it be a direct content piece, student projects. My students make video documentaries with this tool throughout the year. I do a lot of different video making with this tool throughout the year with my students as well. So it's much different. Okay, but the learning curve is going to be a lot, I don't want to say strenuous, but certainly more challenging than a simple screencast. But again, this is just an intro to this. Again, look to our additional resources discussion, where I've posted a tremendous amount of videos that I've made on how to use this tool, a whole website I made how to use this tool. So I've given you a lot here. So this is your main dashboard, just a quick little overview. You can make a video, you can do a screen recording, you want to do a screencast, you can even make a gift, you want to do some just audio, you can do podcasting, which is really nice. These are all your projects, and I can just give you an example. So if I open up a project, we were doing a book about Iwo Jima, and you'll see that it's much different than what you've seen for just a screencasting. So once I have my screencast made, I have multiple video tracks. I could bring in music. I could bring in different effects of that nature, and everything just looks very complete and finished. Okay, so if we play this, see how this is just a completely different experience here of making kind of quick little cool intros, screencast. And I can make, animated text come on the screen, things of that nature. And you're watching the video playhead here. So this is just an intro to a book that we were going to start once we were on remote learning. So I'll pause it there. So you can see there's multiple lines, audio tracks, video tracks, things of that nature. Again, in terms of what you can do with this is amazing. You can import anything you want. You can bring in animated title texts on anything. Let this load up here a little bit. I mean, these are all just cool ways to make your image, your stuff stand out. Little title texts. You can edit all these and put your own words on it and bring them into your videos, which is really cool. Audio has a tremendous amount of audio library, sound effects, and really cool background music you could bring into all your videos. All you do is open these up and you just drag them onto the timeline wherever you want to. I go through the complete editing process within the additional videos. This is just to show you what's out there, and you can go to those resources, and I go through this very carefully, step by step by step. Transitions here, bring in cool transitions between your videos. You can have animated backgrounds and really cool things. If you like the whole Star Wars effect there, it's pretty cool. In terms of stock media, you can look up at anything you want, and they have stock video, stock audio that you could bring in. If you just want to look up, like, this is literature, and this is just like, turning the page of a book, you can just bring this into your video and add your own audio over it, which is really cool. Just a lot of cool projects. There's templates that you can use, which are really kind of nice. When you do the My Media, this is all your media. You could narrate, you could record, you could do a screencast. So this is kind of neat. You want to do a webcam, a screencast, or both. It does it for you right in here. So this is just all your screencasting tools are all here, but then you can completely edit these tools, edit the video, and really make it, unique and more interactive for your students. And again, I love this for student projects. This is what I use it mostly for. My students make a tremendous amount of videos throughout the year, 1-minute videos, 2-minute videos, eventually 10-minute videos, which are just great digital story projects. If you are interested in this project, in this tool more, let me know, because I do have some complete licenses that are available, and I can get you started. All right, so this is WeVideo. Now, another video tool, it's a little bit different, is Flipgrid. Now, Flipgrid isn't traditionally a complete video editor or a screencasting tool, but it does have all of those features. And what's nice about Flipgrid is that you can create video lessons and video discussions where students can reply back to your video with a video, and they can post their own videos, and you can reply back with your videos. So this is sort of an alternative if you're, not 100% comfortable with the synchronous Zoom, Google Meet video experience, and you're having problems with students attending those scheduled Zoom or Google Meet. This is the alternative, because students can post their video anytime they want, and you can reply back anytime you want. And it's really kind of a cool tool, and it's completely free, and it's actually owned by Microsoft. And I used this tool extensively last year with all my students, whether it be college students, all my high school students. And again, this is just scratching the surface. There's going to be a course coming up soon where I go through all of this in great detail, and I'll have much more comprehensive step-by-step videos on how to do some of these aspects. But again, just to kind of introduce this to you, you would just sign up here as an educator, use your login, and I'll just log into my account really quickly here. So here I am. Now they have these discussions, they have groups, and groups would be like your sections of your courses, if you want to call them that, which is really kind of neat. And what you do is you kind of make a topic. All right, so I can go into any one of these, and just some examples that I use it for. All my students' final project videos, they made final project videos for their final project for my course, and what we did was I had them either upload the video right to Flipgrid, so they made the video in a different tool and they uploaded it, and that was really kind of neat. Or they just shared out a link, because you can post links in your videos, and people can be watching your video, click on a link, and take them to another place, like a Google Doc or something else. And see how these are topics that I made? You can embed Google Docs right into this. So this is like the directions for the assignment, which is really kind of cool. It's all there for them, and these are all their videos, and people commented back. So you can kind of open up a student's video. He got 36 views. I'll just pause this. And then he introduces his video. Then we could watch it. And then these other students replied back to him. And you can see all their replies. And it's just really kind of a fun tool that's completely safe, because you're completely in this Flipgrid environment. So if you're, idea like Instagram, Snapchat, those kind of experiences, it's kind of like that, but it's really just based completely in this environment, which is really kind of neat. So you can do so much with this, so which is really fun. So just for an example, I can add a topic. Okay, it doesn't take long. You just give a title to your topic. I'll just call this test topic. You can post a question, a discussion starter. You can set the recording times, how long, up to 10 minutes, which is really great. This also means if they upload a video, it really can't be more than 10 minutes long, a video that they've already made. But again, they can always share links out in their videos too. Okay, you could be a moderator of it. Maybe you want to make sure that everything's appropriate. You can record your own literature video, upload an image to kind of give something else to this topic, which is really kind of neat. And there's more options here too. You can put in attachments in here, which is really great. Again, we can go through all of this, what you can do, how students can react with it. You can make rubrics in here, which is really kind of neat too. And then you just press create the topic. Oh, what I didn't do this. Oh, test, add a question. That's no problem. Okay, so we create this little test topic. And now this is how they share it out. Students get this link, which is really kind of cool, or they can also scan the QR code, and the app, the phone app works great. I'm going to go through that phone app with you more in detail with the other course on Flipgrid, and we're all set. So I can share it. I can do all this stuff. From a student standpoint, let's just see how this looks. So if I'm a student, I want to record a response. This is how it actually looks. So here I am, and it gives you kind of this step. I can record the video. I have some options here. I could upload a clip. I can mirror my video. I could just turn myself around, which is kind of neat. That's a little webcam there. I can get rid of the audio. I can record without the audio, which is kind of neat. I can record my screen. So this is cool now. This is something new. There's a whole screen capturing feature here. So screencasting. I can record my screen in these videos too, which is really kind of neat. I could do effects. I could have like a whiteboard behind me. I could do kind of neat things like that. I could just have the whiteboard there. I could just be explaining a topic. So for math or other ones, you need a great visual to explain. You can do that. You could write on your screen while that's going on. You can just do other things. You can split screen. Now this is a brand new feature. So I can have myself on one side of the screen and then the whiteboard on the other, which is really kind of neat, which is really fun. So you can do all of that. So you really got some cool things you can do. You can be right on your screen while you're talking, and you have little sticky notes here that if you want notes to kind of look at while you're making your video, students don't see that. You can flip it around and record your environment. So there's just a really lot of great features here, and it's just a lot of fun. So I can press record, and now I'm on my screen, which is really kind of neat. And there's a lot going on here, things like that, like effects. Now I can like draw on my screen. Students will be seeing this. Obviously, if you're using a touchscreen and a tablet, it's a lot nicer there. You can pause it as you go through it. You can change the effects throughout the video. You want to get rid of the background, do different filters and things like that. Emojis, just a lot of fun stuff. And when you're done with your video, you just press next. And you can review it. You could clip it, okay, which is really kind of neat. And if I like it, great. I can add more. I can take a selfie. I smile, and then I can do cool things with the selfie. I could add stickers to it, and then I could upload my video, and I can now put my link in there. If I want to put a link to a different document or something else, I'm going to close out there because I don't want this video in there. Yes, so that's kind of really what WeVideo is all about, creating video discussions, and then students posting either videos of themselves or uploading videos that something made somewhere else, and you have that great screen recording feature. Okay, so that's just another tool you can use, and again, look for additional resources about this topic as well. All right, thank you. Another great option for doing any sort of video production is using your mobile device, whether it be your iPad, your own cell phone. Now, obviously, you could use your cell phone, whether it be an Android or an iPhone, to make a video like you would do it in any other circumstance. Use your phone's camera to make a video. You can purchase things like a little cell phone holder for a tripod so it looks nice and steady, and you can always add those videos to your Google Drive. Okay, you can always upload them, so then you could import them into another video editing program like WeVideo. I've done it many times, so that's always an option. So just kind of keep that in mind. So as long as you have Google Drive on your phone, you can always share that video right to your Google Drive, and then you can import it into other programs to actually edit and use, or just share a link from your Google Drive for that video, and your students can also see those videos. So that's a really easy thing to do. Now, in terms of particular programs or apps, I should say, for mobile devices. There are two that I think are worth noting to do some really nice video production. Okay, right now I'm showing you my iPad. I'm not as much of an iPad user as I once was, but these apps are also available on your phone, and they're also available on an Android device. Okay, so the first one here is something called Explain Everything. Okay, Explain Everything. So you go to the App Store, you can find that. And again, there's more details on these apps in the resources folder that I'm sharing with you also on Schoology. Okay. Now this is basically just a whiteboard app. Now the problem is it's not free. It does cost, so you gotta keep that in mind. Okay. So you have a new project, and this is just going to be a really bare bones one of what I want to do with this. Okay. Let me close this. I already have my project going here. I can't do more than 3. Let me open up that last project. Okay. Now, basically, I'm not going to go through all of this. It's basically just a simple whiteboard screen where if you hit the record button right now, it's actually recording my voice and it's recording everything that I'm doing. So then, therefore, you can import pictures onto this as a slideshow. You have a lot of nice pen and tools to kind of work with. If you're especially into like math and those aspects, you can kind of do all this, which is really kind of nice. Okay, you can make this, obviously a thicker pen stroke here, and you can sort of do some really good things here. Might get the really load. My pen is on a lot of transparency here. Let me just kind of fix that. Okay. So you got a lot of nice choices there in terms of pens and markers and things of that nature, and you can certainly change all this. You can import aspects into it, so you could do fill colors, you could do shapes, you could do text on the screen, which is really kind of nice. You can import an image. Down here at the bottom, you have sort of slides. You can do another slide, and it makes got to upgrade my plan. I know a lot of teachers do use this, and they do pay for the actual full version of Explain Everything if you're really into this, especially if you have an iPad device. If you have an Apple Pencil, this gives you a lot of great control and touch capabilities. You can insert a picture, you can insert a video in here, which is really nice, a browser, an equation editor for math people, which is great, files, clip art. So again, you can import aspects into this. You could pause your recording as you're going through all this, right? And then you have everything here. So equations, which are really kind of neat. I know this is big for math folks. It has a nice kind of equation sort of calculator built in, which is really kind of neat. You could take a picture. You can go for a file, clip art. It has some nice clip art here already for you, which is just kind of fun. So there's a lot of capabilities with this. And then when you're done, you press stop. Obviously, there's a little bit of a built-in editor. Again, I go through this in more detail later, but you kind of edit some aspects to this. And then when you're done, you can just kind of share this video out to wherever you want to share it to. Okay, so you can export it. You can create a link to it, and you can export it into various cloud formats on your device, like Google Drive and so forth, or Dropbox, and you're good to go. So you can export as a video, and then it's over the limit. So that's why I don't really use this tool a lot, because I do other screencasting aspects. But if you're really into your iPad, this might be a really good one to kind of check out. Another one that I do use is Premiere Rush. Now, we have a full Adobe Creative Cloud account. So if you log in with your school credentials, you can get full access to this. Now, if you have any familiarity with video production, Adobe Premiere is kind of like one of the best programs out there for really professional video editing. You talk about TV, commercials, even movies use Adobe Premiere as their main, video editing tool. Now, Premiere Rush is a very much scaled down version of this tool that you can use on a phone or an iPad, which is really kind of neat. Now, what's nice about this is that if you log into your school's credentials, if you create a project on one device, it will sync over to another device. So right here, I made a quick little video when we were away to kind of encourage my students to use Flipgrid, and I made this little thing called an online cafe. So I made this quick little video. I actually made this video on my phone, but it also synced to my iPad. So real quick, we could watch this. It's only like less than a minute. It should open up here. My iPad's getting older, so it's a little slower than what it once was. looks like I can't open the editor to actually show you how this actually works. I was hoping to. Every time I open the editor, I can't project my iPad to my screen. It must interfere with that. So we can actually just watch it without actually having to open the editor. Let me see if I can just play it. What happens? No, all you're doing is seeing a black. Oh, there it goes.
Hope to see everybody there. Coffee beans. Be great to help you out with your videos on Flipgrid. This might get a little loud. Have a good day.
Now that was kind of rough because it wouldn't, it was very choppy because of using my computer to project my iPad onto the screen here as I make this recording. So that really wasn't the actual best in terms of what you're looking at, but the video was much smoother than that. But we could see if this works. We can make a brand new project, okay? And basically you just import video and audio tracks onto this. If you ever use something like iMovie on your phone, it's very similar to that. Which is kind of neat. Unfortunately, I can't show you how to make a new project from my iPad on this screen, unfortunately, because this won't let me actually do it. So I can just add media, I think. Here we go. And they got a lot of cool things here. Moments from your camera roll, audio files. They have a whole great features of stock audio file. Any music on your phone will also appear in this list. Files, audio, camera roll, anything you really want, and you can kind of name your project. You can call it like a test project. Okay, this is fine, and you can import anything you want onto this sort of screen here to sort of get your audio and videos ready. This is some old ones of my daughter when she was real little. Used to play with this a lot. I can just create. And now what happens now is you can import a lot of media on here. And again, the screen's crashing. It won't let me show you this part for some reason. It's projecting it to, there it goes. Okay, so now I understand. I had to show the preview button. There we go. So you can kind of see there's a whole editor here, and you can kind of drag in multiple files on the editor. You can add text to the screen and do some really kind of fun things here in terms of your projects, which is really kind of neat. So you can add multiple tracks, which is kind of fun. You got some transition tools, blurs, and so forth. You have text styles. You can add title sequences onto your screen, which is really kind of neat. All you do is kind of add those on there, and it brings attention. Now you got like a title sequence on there, and it kind of will play through it. I gotta actually obviously put a title on there. So those shapes, just we can get really into this. But if you're into working from your phone, or if you have an iPad, this does work pretty good. Let me go back to that original video, because now I can show you the actual editor from that screen. So I can go back to this one, and I can show you the preview mode. Let's see, there it works. Okay, so you can kind of see I layered a few things here. At the bottom, I have some music I brought in from them. I have some pictures I brought in and some graphics I brought in, and I made some titles on the screen. And this is a video I shot with my camera, and my voice is also on this line. So we press play.
Hello, everybody. Just getting ready to make some coffee for the New Step Virtual Cafe. Hope to see everybody there. Coffee beans. Be great to help you out with your videos on Flipgrid. This might get a little loud. Have a good day.
So you can kind of see on this screen, you have a lot of things layered. There's the music in the background, there's the image. I put in a little Flipgrid icon and a little New Step icon, and this text I also added. So that's how you do. You kind of build things up. And again, you got a lot of options here of how you can actually do that. So there's a lot of apps out there that do this on your phones. You can kind of search around, but thought this one was pretty nice. It's pretty easy to use, and also has a lot of features, and we have a subscription to it through our Adobe Cloud subscription. Okay, so hope this was useful as well. All right, thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.